Let's get ready to rumble. Let's go, baby. It's 2012. It's March Madness. It has become the best fighter of 2012. Will be recorded, implemented. I'm bringing nothing but 100% factual evidence on what the best fighter of 2012 is going to be. I have the brackets here. As you can see, I put down everybody's favorite fighter. I didn't miss anybody's fighter. If I missed your fighter, I'm sorry. It didn't make the top brackets. It didn't make March Madness. As we can see, started with number 1, we have Blaze Blue. Number 2, we're going against Blaze Who will be Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi, Tekken 6. I should put Tekken Tag, but Tekken 6 is the last game. Soul Calibur, Naruto Storm Generations, and Guilty Gear. Those are the fighters we're going to go with the brackets. Sit back and relax and enjoy the show. First off, we're going to start off on the East Coast here. This will be the East, this will be the representing the West. Right here on the East, Blaze Blue versus Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Blaze Blue versus Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Let's see. Started with Blaze Blue. Blaze Who. With a name like Blaze Who, I mean, you've already lost a couple of points right there. It's something new, it's something fresh. You know, it does have the potential to become something great, but the people just still don't seem to really accept it as a fighter of choice. When you're gathering around the table and you're talking about fighters and you're bringing up the household names, Blaze Blue just doesn't make the cut. I'm sorry. I mean, nobody knows the characters. Nobody knows nothing about them. And I'm sorry, but Blaze Blue, you're going to go down up against Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Street Fighter Cross Tekken are taking 2 of the greatest franchises, fighting franchises of all time. They're taking those 2 and they're bringing them together, but they're putting in a Street Fighter universe. And they're also making a testing for Street Fighter, but that didn't make the board here. So, you know, Street Fighter Cross Tekken is just I'm sorry, Blaze Blue, you have lost this round. Street Fighter Cross Tekken has advanced to the next round. And I will put here Street Fighter Cross Tekken has made it to the next round. Sorry, Blaze Blue and the Blaze Blue fanboys out there, which is pretty much not that many, because if it really was that good, it would be making the past Street Fighter Cross Tekken. All right, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 versus... Matter of fact, let me start over here. Because this is going to be a good one right here, right? Tekken 6 versus Soul Calibur. Tekken 6 versus Soul Calibur. This is a good matchup right here. This is a very good matchup right here. This is a good matchup too right here. Tekken 6 versus Soul Calibur. 2 games made by Namco and Bandai. 2 air jugglers. 2 basically of the same sidestepping bullcrap, that you've been seeing for years. Tekken has, oh my God, they have taken a mean plummet since, I'm going to say Tekken 3, man. Ever since making it to the next gen, Tekken really hasn't really caught its balance. You know, it's still trying to figure itself out. It still has the same old PlayStation 2 graphics. You know, and in Soul Calibur, man, beautiful game. Beautiful game. The combat system is very balanced. There are ways to utilize the system for air jugglers and rage quitters. But I'm sorry, Tekken, you really just been falling off as lately. People are going to pretty much, people would have forgot about you if it wasn't for this game right here. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm sorry, but Soul Calibur has made it to the next round. Tekken, you really got to do something, man, because you guys are falling off big time. Get it together. Get it together. Okay. Here we go. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 versus Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi. Wow. Both games are the worst of the franchise. Both games promised you something and it didn't. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 promised you the biggest character roster ever for a Marvel vs. Capcom 3 game. Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi promised you the creative player mode was going to be one of the most deepest and balanced and one of the greatest modes out there of all time. Both fighting styles are different, and yet they're both the same thing. Does it make sense? Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is the same air juggling bullcrap to get your guy in the air, go in the rage mode, go in the X mode, and it's just boring and it's corny. Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi is the same old press what you call that? You press the buttons, the quick time events, what you call that, man? The guessing game. The combat system is the same. I mean, they're both bad games. Just both. Oh my God. I mean, like, if this is the future for both of these franchises, I really don't see them surviving very long. I don't really see them going past the 2012 cycle. They're not going to make it, man. If there's a Marvel vs. Capcom 4, people really just not going to buy it. If there's a Dragon Ball Ultimate Tenkaichi 2, people aren't just going to buy it. But why do I think Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi goes on to the next round? Because Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is so, boy, it's bad. That is, how have the mighty have fallen? Remember how great that Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was? Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi didn't fall by that much from Dragon Ball Rage and Blast 2. But Jesus Christ, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I have never seen such a fall in my entire life. This is one of the greatest. You can buy Marvel vs. Capcom 2, it was going for $100. If you were to go at the same amount of time or the limit that Marvel vs. Capcom 3 came out from the 2, this game would be free. It would be terrible. It would never go for $100 ever. And they had the nerve to make an Ultimate. Part 2 was complete. Part 1 was complete. Sorry, Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi goes by. Why? Because it does have a creative player mode. The creative player mode is very fun. I recommend that to anybody. It's very addictive. It's going to keep you on. It's going to keep you playing the game for a long time. Anything past that, no. Online mode is terrible. What else is terrible? The combat system is it's just bad. But if you make it onto the next round, because man, the Marvel vs. Capcom 3 has fallen, and the only thing that's keeping this thing alive is fanboys. The only thing keeping this alive is anime, man. Dragon Ball Z is on top, man. I'm sorry, nothing stopping it. Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi, you make it on to the next round by default because Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was just that bad. All right, Naruto Storm Generations and Guilty Gear. First of all, what the hell is Guilty Gear? Disqualified. Moving on, Naruto Storm Generations makes it on to the next. Makes it on to the next round. Okay, so we have the final brackets here. We have Street Fighter Cross Tekken going against Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi. You have Soul Calibur going against Naruto Storm Generations. This is my Rasengan right here. And I'm drawing it, and this is a hand, and then this is Naruto, and he's doing the running Rasengan. Woohoo! Anyway, Street Fighter Cross Tekken versus Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi, Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi. Sorry, man. Street Fighter totally destroys you, man. Street Fighter Cross Tekken is going to just straight up bludgeon you. Why? Because Street Fighter Cross Tekken has something that Marvel vs. Capcom 1 had, and I thought it was mad dope. It has the 1 plus 1 versus 1 plus 1. Does that make any sense? Me and my homies, me and a cool nerd versus an air juggler versus a rage quitter. Does that make sense? You two, all four of you guys are battling out. Dragon Ball Z, man, you dead. You didn't even make it to the final. You didn't even make it to the you made it here. But there's no way they're going to be Street Fighter Cross Tekken when it comes to that. Soul Calibur, man, you only last for about a week. Goodbye. Naruto Storm 2 is still being played and it's been out for 2 years. Now we have Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Street Fighter Cross Tekken. We'll go Street Fighter Tekken versus Generations. Here it is. The final rounds. March Madness. Best Fighter of 2012. Who wins? It's going down. This is factual evidence. I'm bringing you factual evidence. This can be proven in a lab or tested somewhere. I'm telling you, you can get down to the smartest of scientists and we'll always get down to this equation. Street Fighter Cross Tekken versus Generations. Who's going to win? Street Fighter Cross Tekken has, what does it have? Street Fighter and Tekken characters. Street Fighter takes a minus for having Tekken characters. You get deducted points for having Tekken. Naruto Generations. What can I minus you for? I'm going to minus Generations. I got to keep it fair now. I'm going to minus Generations for just being too fun. Being too fun of a game. I really like my personal time, and you're going to take away my personal. So the fun, the fun in Generations is going to take a negative hit right there. The one-on-one play is going to be amazing in Street Fighter Cross Tekken. That's dope. That's probably the only mode I would do a lot. But you have Tekken rules. And if that one person dies, that's game over. So if you have you and your homie, and your homie isn't picking up the weight and you die, that's the end of the match. It should be 2 people go on, you fight, whoever's the last one standing is the winner. But you got to do by Tekken rules. That's another negative to Tekken, man. Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Implementing Tekken gameplay is just bad, Joe. Street Fighter, a legend. Nothing I can really say. All I can say is that the Capcom franchises really took a downpour by hustling the games, by coming up with an Ultimate Edition. I mean, like Street Fighter used to make their games from love. Now that they got rid of everybody over there at Capcom who used to make with love, it's now nothing but a bunch of suits over there. You know me, I'm an underdog. I'm not really with the suits and stuff like that. You know, the suits is all about take that name, put beautiful graphics, just like Square Enix is doing, and sell it to the masses. And the masses are going to buy it. Why? Because they're zombies to our corporations. Now, Generations is making this game from love. As you can see, the guy who made Generations is out there playing with the people. He's out there running tournaments for the people. He's a nice guy. He's a happy-go-lucky guy. He's a really cool dude. And he was really like, yo, my mother made this game for love. He sat there and made a website for people to come and rant on what they would like to be implemented in the game. And what did they do? They changed the whole fighting system for you guys. Now, anybody who was complaining about anything has no excuse now. Some people might complain about, oh, I want wall runnings and all, you know, all types of ultimate, stupid, goofy stuff. But when it comes down to the fact of the matter, we're coming to play a game. We're coming to have fun. The Capcom didn't listen to you for what you wanted in this game right here. They said, we're going to make it, you're going to buy it, and that's it. They didn't give us none of the characters we wanted. There's not one character on this game right here that I wanted to play with. Doesn't matter because they're out of the brackets anyway, but I'm talking about the Capcom as a franchise. I'm not going extra long, but I'm about to wrap it up. Now the Generations is making the game from love. They're taking 90-something characters, support plus playable characters. They're adding the online spectator mode that was directly towards me. I love that. Tournament mode, that was for me. That was one of my main complaints. Go back in my videos where I demand, that was the #1 I wanted thing to have, and that was it. They put it there. This is going to be the game. They're going to take Naruto Storm 2 gameplay, tweak it up a little bit. And you know I love Naruto. I've been playing Naruto Storm 2 for 2 years now. All these other fighters, I haven't been playing at all. I played them about once, twice, and then that was it. But this game just has that something, that it factor. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be one of the best games. And I say Naruto Storm Generations. Naruto Storm Generations is the winner for March Madness in 2012 and beyond. 2012. This is it, man. I'm telling you, bring you factual evidence. Take this to a lab or a scientist, and they will tell you that this is actual factual statements right here. This guy is on ball. I am telling you, this is the game to get. March 13th, let's get it going, cool nerds. It's going down. We're going to have too much fun, man. We're going to have so much fun. You see how I deducted this game for having the fun factor. It's just, it's going to be crazy, yo. Anyway, www.coolnerds, ent.com. Cool Nerds Unite. This is facts right here, monkey. I'm bringing them, you know what I'm saying? This is actual factual stuff. Nothing in this video is a lie, yo. Nothing in this video is a lie. Pure factual statements. It's going down, baby.